Yo, what's good, guys? It's your boy Limited Talks here, and today we're talking more about DC. Now, I have two articles for you today. One talking about Josh Whedon apparently threatening Gal Gadot's career on the set of Justice League, and that a concept album reveals John Stewart was set to appear as Green Lantern in Zack Snyder's Justice League. But we'll talk about the first report here, which is Josh Whedon apparently threatening Gal Gadot's career. Now, Josh Whedon has been his career has been going down in the toilet because pretty much what happened is Josh Whedon, he made the original Avengers. He filmed, I think, did he do the second one? I think he only did the first Avengers. And then when Zack Snyder's daughter unfortunately passed away, he kind of came in to bring a more lighter tone because, of course, DC and Warner thought that, okay, if we bring a more lighter tone, more people will come in and watch the movie. And when they made it, it was a more lighter tone, but it was not good of a film. And there was a lot of stuff that came out against Josh Whedon because Josh Whedon was supposed to get his own TV show. And, well, he didn't get that because of the accusations that Ray Fisher made against Josh Whedon. And a lot of people even came to the defense of Ray Fisher saying, yeah, Josh Whedon did do these things. And he pretty much got fired away from all his nose. But let's get into those in Warner Bros. But let's get into the article. So a new report claims that director Josh Whedon threatened Wonder Woman's actress Gal Gadot's career on the set of Justice League, which is crazy. The fact that he did this because Gal Gadot's gonna have two new movies after this. After Justice League, she had two more movies after this. He's gonna have a whole trilogy, which it's kind of interesting that Wonder Woman got her trilogy, but Superman and Batman never did get their trilogy, and that Warner Bros. kind of rushed them along to hopefully see if they can actually make more money. They did, but it wasn't great. This new report comes from the Hollywood Reporter and writer Kim Masters. It also comes after Gadot always confirmed she had her own experience with Josh Whedon. Now, Josh Whedon, I don't know if he's ever going to get like a job ever again in Hollywood, especially after all the stuff that's going on with DC and Warner Bros. I just don't think that you can rehire Josh Whedon. Yeah, he's probably gonna get a job anyway. He just will because it's kind of Hollywood. They really don't care. I mean, sometimes they do. It just depends on how egregious it is. But against a woman, oh yeah, he's not gonna get a job in Hollywood ever again. Back in December 2020, Gadot spoke with the LA Times regarding Ray Fisher's accusations against Whedon while on the set of Justice League. Gadot stated, "I'm happy for Ray to go out and seek the truth and speak to his truth," because again, he was pissed off about how the way that Cyborg was treated in this movie. And honestly, I'm not against Ray Fisher coming out and admitting it, because if what Ray Fisher is saying is true, and Josh Whedon did all these things, then you have to come out and admit this. In fact, there's he didn't get the vote that he was kind of like shown in Zack Snyder's cut, because you saw in Zack Snyder's cut, Cyborg is a bigger play character in this movie than Josh Whedon's cut. In fact, there's no wonder he's pissed. No wonder that Ray Fisher is so pissed off that Josh Whedon pretty much got away with cutting out a major contributor, especially that Cyborg is a black actor. He's always been a black superhero, and guess what? You get a major universe around Cyborg. I think Cyborg was supposed to have his own solo movie. I don't know that's happening now because of Ray Fisher, but he was supposed to have his own solo movie, and I would love to see that. But I hide that Ray Fisher is gonna get his job back at Warner Bros. Because Warner Bros. Doesn't seem like they just don't care. She continued, "I wasn't there with the guys when they shot with Josh Whedon. I had my own experience with him, which wasn't the best, but I took care of it there, and when it happened, I took it to the higher ups and they took care of it. But I'm happy for Ray to go up and speak his truth." So apparently it does seem like that almost like a third of the cast had their own issue with Josh Whedon. Had some type of weird experience with Josh Whedon, and it does seem like that Josh Whedon is maybe not the best guy to work with. I do honestly think so. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he just wasn't the best guy to work with. And I figure he probably is someone who's very arrogant. Maybe someone, because again, I made the original Avengers. He made, of course he did the original Avengers. He probably said that I made that. So you gotta listen to me because I know what's right and what's wrong. But I might be in DC should be more of a has some more darker takes because its heroes and villains are a lot more darker than Marvel is. No, these are ordinary people. DC, they're talking about gods. Like that's a whole difference that you're talking about. Gadot did not elaborate on what that experience was, but Scooper and YouTuber Grace Randolph speculated that it had to do with the Flash laying directly on top of Wonder Woman. Rudolph stated, "I doubt we ever get specifics from Ray Fisher's Josh Whedon, but here's one that I was the first to report. Gal Gadot didn't want to film the scene, so Whedon did it with a stunt double. That's why you can't see her face." Okay, so I mean, this was a very awkward scene. Like, I guess it was supposed to be more like a comedy bit because he kind of like lays face down, but honestly, I think that this is a very awkward scene in the film. Like, it's just a weird scene because like they fall down from the top of like the little reactor, and like it was such a weird scene because he falls down on top of her, and Zack Snyder, he never does that. So he wanted to take comedy, but it just wasn't like good comedy, because honestly the jokes sometimes land and sometimes didn't. It just depends on which role you really want to see. Photographer Jason LeBoy also claimed that Whedon locked either Gadot or her stunt double in a room and threatened her career. He went on Twitter, "Don't forget to add that he locked her in a room and threatened her career if she didn't do the scene. This is very important and should not be omitted." Okay, this is interesting here. Like, I do think that Josh Whedon would Josh Whedon go that far? Like, maybe if he wants to get his movie and wants to get it right, he would probably threaten someone. And probably the fact that Warner Bros. Probably just did not really care. As long as they got the movie out, who cares if Gal Gadot got threatened? You know, who cares if Ray Fisher pretty much got his whole entire career pretty much in shambles because, you know, Josh Whedon was say like, "I don't want you a part of my movie." You know, who cares about that? You know, it's not about the money. It's about sending a message. That's pretty much what they sent. Now, this new report from the Hollywood Reporter and Masters appeared to back up LeBoy's claim. Masters write, "A knowledgeable source says Gadot had multiple concerns with the revised version of the film, including issues about her character being more aggressive than her character in Wonder Woman. She wanted to make her character flow from one movie to the next." Master goes on to detail, "The biggest clash sources say came from Whedon pushed Gadot to record lines she didn't like, threatened to harm Gadot's career, and disparaged Wonder Woman's director Patty What the Okay, if Josh did this, like, he can never work with a major film ever again, because this is insane. To threaten someone's career, to say like, "You will never work in Hollywood ever again." They pretty much then go after the director saying, "Oh yeah, you'll never work with this director again. I will get rid of Patty Jenkins." I mean, Josh Whedon doesn't have that type of power. Like, he just doesn't. Again, you're the backup for the original director. Like, you're not even the main director that they hired. You are the backup director. But I'm pretty sure he must be thinking to himself that, like, I'm the greatest director of all time because I made like one film and that's it. I made one film that was really successful. I don't know what Josh Whedon's career is, but like, if he did half the stuff that they are saying, he can never work in Hollywood ever again, because he pretty much said he threatened someone. He pretty much said, you can't work with Patty Jenkins ever again. I can pretty much get rid of her. You pretty much cut out Ray Fisher's whole entire scene, pretty much got him pretty much eliminated from Hollywood, and you're just acting like more like a dick. And it's crazy the fact that this is now just coming out. Masters backs up this claim, citing an anonymous person she describes as a witness on the production who later spoke to investigators. This person stated Josh was bragging that he had it out with Gal. He told her he's the writer and she's going to shut up and say the lines, and he can make her look incredibly stupid in this film. I mean, honestly, he's kind of right, but he's not also at the same time, because if Gal Gadot walked away from this film, she honestly could walk away from this film, and then what? It would look so bad if like Gal Gadot walked away. You know, it's kind of like the whole Batman actor who can't be say, "I don't have anything. If you don't give me the bag, I'm not coming onto this film." But again, she signed on, so like she has no other choice now. She wants to get rid of her contract, which she probably honestly could have done if she really wanted to. But again, she wants to be Wonder Woman, and it'd be kind of weird to see another Wonder Woman except for Gal Gadot, you know, for as of right now. Master then writes, "A knowledgeable source says Gadot and Jenkins went to battle, culminating in a meeting with then Warner Bros. Chairman Kevin Tejuha. I don't say it. I'm sorry, I don't say his last name. I'm sorry, I butchered it. Gadot would echo her previous comments in the LA Times, saying, "I had my issues with Whedon and Warner Brothers, handled it in a timely manner." Man, like, I just don't. Do you guys believe that Josh Whedon? Would Josh Whedon go that far? I think Josh Whedon, if he really wanted to, he honestly could have threatened Wonder Woman and honestly said, like, "You're never gonna work in Hollywood ever again if you don't follow what I say." Which I think would be insane. And hopefully the fact that whatever Josh Whedon said is not true, or else you're gonna be in a world of bad issues if you honestly believe that you're gonna work in Hollywood ever again. You gotta be out of your mind. Well, anyway, we're gonna move on to our next story, which is concept art reveals John Stewart was set to appear as Green Lantern in Zack Snyder's Justice League. Remember, during the first battle with Darkseid and like the new gods and stuff like that, and like we saw the Green Lantern, we saw the ring kind of like fly away after Darkseid tried to like go grab it. The ring flew away. Now we don't know what exactly happened to that ring because it just never explained. But probably in Zack Snyder's second or third adaptations of Justice League, we're probably gonna see John Stewart's Green Lantern. I would love to see that. I would honestly love to see John Stewart. I kind of would. I mean, like, Hal Jordan has been. I mean, Hal Jordan. They're DC trying to make Hal Jordan. It just didn't work out that well with what was this guy? What was the dude's name? The guy who played Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, it didn't work out well with Ryan Reynolds. While Zack Snyder's Justice League finally gave us a ring slinger in the DCU, it wasn't, as we all hoped, an identifiable one. However, behind the scenes, Snyder was toying with the idea of working a well-known Green Lantern into his film, which everyone naturally assumed was going to be Hal Jordan, which is this guy. Previously released storyboards for Justice League Part 2 and 3 seem to confirm Hal's appearance, but new concept art revealed by an artist who worked on the film, Jojo Aguilar, is throwing a curveball into his assumptions, which you can see right here. This was the best experience of my career working with Zack Snyder. Worked a long time. One of the most personal, coolest. And we can see Granny Goodness, and you can see right there, it's John Stewart instead of Hal Jordan. Now you have two Black Widows in your movie, but no, we don't. We want to go in a completely new direction. And you see Martian Manhunter and Jared Leto's Joker, which honestly, Jared Leto's Joker look. This is Granny Goodness. This is John Stewart. Martian Manhunter looks really good. Like that looks really good. And Jared Leto's Joker, which, damn, that looks really good. I know people don't really like Jared Leto's Joker, but honestly, he doesn't look that bad. I mean, like, was he the worst Joker I've ever seen? No, there was a lot worse. Is he the best? Absolutely not. I mean, his laugh is. I mean, a lot of people was like, I don't like the laugh that he has. It's like, okay, sure, his laugh is not the best, but like, is he? I mean, he was okay in my opinion. I don't think that this is bad. Along with clear renditions of Granny Goodness, Martian Manhunter, and Jared Leto's Joker, Aguilera also shared an illustration revealing that Hal's second successor, John Stewart, was planned to appear as a ring bearer in the Snyder Cut. Now, I think the reason why they could honestly have said that John Stewart appeared was that maybe Hal Jordan probably gave the ring up. Maybe like because Hal Jordan probably like a little bit too old to play, John Stewart. Wait, I'm not John Stewart play Green Lantern. So maybe they might say, yeah, I was given this ring because the previous successor of this ring was too old and he gave it to me. That honestly could have been like an easy, brief synopsis saying like, yeah, this is the reason why I have the ring. This was the best experience of my career working with Zack. Okay, this is the tweet that I just read. And this is Jay Olivia for introducing me to him. It's unknown who was going to play Stewart or who Aguilera's model was, but some suggest Snyder was eyeing Moonlight actor Trevante Rhodes for the part. Reportedly, the director fought with Warner Bros. About Stewart's inclusion, almost voluntarily quitting production of the Snyder Cut over the studio's insistence that he cut the Lantern scene. Which is kind of strange that Warner Bros. Wants to do that, because he would have been a cool addition, because again, you have another black actor, and guess what? More woke points if you really want to go with that. But honestly, I don't really care if it's like John Stewart or Hal Jordan. As long as I saw Green Lantern, that's all I wanted to see. And I would love to have seen, a lantern in, in Justice League. But we're not gonna get that. Eventually, Warner got the wish, and thus in the final cut of the film, Stewart's part is instead fulfilled by Martian Manhunter, who turned out to be Synder Swanswick, as played by Harry Lennox. Stewart is likely being saved for either the Green Lantern Corps movie or HBO Max's GL series from Greg Berlanti. Interestingly, there could have been room for both John and Stewart if Snyder had his way. Originally, there were plans for a scene with the two of them, according to Linux. All I know that I was going to be in it, he told Lightcast. It was going to be Martian Manhunter and John Stewart, John Johnson, John Stewart as it were in the movie, but then they made him, which is Snyder, take out that part, which is so interesting about that. My thing is, I don't understand why Warner Bros. Wants to go so far and say like, you cannot do this, which is insane. That you cannot do this, but we can do it because we know what's good for the DCEU. You clearly don't. Lanx went on to say that Stewart's part in this scene was instead given to Bruce Wayne, resulting in the film's final scene between the billionaire and the Manhunter at the former lake house. Zack Snyder's Justice League ended on that note, which may be it for the Snyderverse, unless those sequels can come to fruition as a result of a similar effort to the one that brought us Snyder's True Vision. Man, this concept art looks so good. Like, it does. Like, honestly, it looks really good. Honestly, I would love to see, like, John Stewart appear, but it sucks we're never gonna see that because Warner Bros. Is super stubborn. They're super stubborn. I'm saying, like, we are not going to put in your version. We're gonna make our versions, which our versions won't be as good as your versions, but they will be somewhat okay versions, and they won't be as good. DC and Warner, you're gonna be in a lot. You're gonna be in a bit of trouble. Anyway, guys. That's all for you guys today. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel down below. Also, don't forget to hit that bell notification. And when you see that bell, press all to get all my notifications on all my videos. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.